Ever experienced a day so surreal it seemed like you were living in an uncanny dream? Well, fasten your seatbelts and prepare to join us on a mad dash with the unpredictable Ms. Belle Pum. Indeed, you heard that spot on. Our protagonist, the unique and unparalleled Ms. Belle Pum, is at this very moment charging down the lanes in her trendy stiletto high heels. And to answer your curious question, the person she is vigorously pursuing is none other than Horse Magorse, her notorious arch-nemesis. Now, it's crucial to mention that our regular director, Jane Fitz-Costelia, is currently away on a strategic career trip in Halifax, busily expanding our company's footprints. She's passed the reins to the dynamic duo D-Belle and Ms. Belle Pum, and let's just say things have twirled into a vividly unusual spin since. Now imagine us here in heart of the chase, the high heels tapping and echoing, the suspense escalating. How in the world did we arrive at this outlandish pursuit scenario? Let's delve deeper into the fascinating life of Ms. Belle Pum. But before that, let's add a culinary twist to our adventurous story. Introducing a delicious recipe for a Mexican nacho bowl, packed with crispy tortilla chips, savory ground beef, and an assortment of fresh vegetables, this bowl is a fiesta of stay tuned as we whip up this delightful dish amidst the chaos. Stepping into the vibrant realm of Ms. Belle Pum, we encounter an extraordinary cast of characters. Right at the heart of this technicolor tale, we meet Ms. Belle Pum, her high heels always at ready to chase after Horse Magorse, her notorious arch-nemesis. However, in Ms. Belle Pum's world, family of the essence. So, allow me to introduce her sister, Hauve. As round and sweet as a candy floss, Hauve is the mother to 3 distinctive and delightful children. There's Pole, the male polar bear, a rock of strength and dependability. Nuddles, the youngest, is a female golden bear who radiates sunshine. And the middle child, Zoe, carries her own unique charm, being made of candy floss and sporting short yellow hair in pigtails. But that isn't all. Let's not forget about the family matriarch, Curtle-Loo. Curtle-Loo, as robust as they come, needs assistance just to get through the door. Yet, despite her size, her spirit is as youthful as a spring chicken. Together, Hauve and her children, along with their grandmother Curtle-Loo and Miss Belle Pum's arch-enemy Horse Magorse, create a world filled with charm, quirkiness and unforgettable stories. Now, let's delve into a peculiar tale about a unique family, a pink hen named Henrietta Maglesfield, and a misfortunate incident involving a rotten egg. Picture this: a radiant morning, the birds singing their melodies, and a man reclining peacefully under the shade of a tree, atop which Henrietta Maglesfield found her perch. Henrietta Maglesfield, the pink hen, had a strange characteristic. She was known for laying rotten eggs. As this destined morning unfolded, she was poised to deposit another one. Unknowingly, the man slumbered beneath her, his mouth agape in the midst of loud snores. Then, in a regrettable sequence of events, Henrietta Maglesfield deposited her rotten egg directly into the wide-open mouth of the snoozing man. The disgusting taste and smell of the rotten egg instantly roused the man from his peaceful slumber. His gag reflex activated immediately. Even before he could spit it out, he began to heave violently, the rotten egg inciting a severe wave of vomiting. A spectacle unfolded beneath the tranquil tree on this beautiful morning. A man, a rotten egg, and a shower of vomit. The vomit didn't only affect the man. Henrietta Maglesfield, caught in the line of fire of the vomit shower, met a premature demise. The man's vomit, saturated with the rotten egg she had just laid, filled her beak, effectively choking her. Henrietta Maglesfield, the pink hen, notorious for her rotten eggs, died amidst a cacophony of gagging, snoring and squawking. This incident, as strange as it may be, was the precursor to a series of unusual events involving vomit. The man, Henrietta Maglesfield, and the rotten egg were the catalysts for a domino effect leading to more odd incidents, more unfortunate outcomes and more vomit. But for the moment, let's pause to commemorate Henrietta Maglesfield, the pink hen, and her infamous rotten eggs. May she find eternal tranquility, and may her legacy persist through the recollections and vomit-marked garments of those who experienced her peculiar existence and an even more peculiar demise. Let's delve into the remarkable incident involving Ms. Belle Pum, who mistakenly added a very unusual ingredient to her cake, green rotten cabbage. One day, Ms. Belle Pum, with all her culinary innocence, was in her kitchen preparing a cake for a small gathering. Understandably, her cooking skills have been the subject of much debate. Misbelieving it to be green food colouring, she reached out for a jar of the rotten cabbage. Oblivious to the horrific error she just made, she mixed it into the cake batter and baked it to perfection. The cake was served to her attendees, and what followed could only be described as a series of unfortunate vomiting events. The first victim was a man whom we'll name Mr. Unlucky, whose body expelled the ingested cake in the most unimaginable ways. Following him, a lady, Mrs. Teary, tasted the cake. She burst into tears, only it wasn't tears but vomit that flowed down her cheeks, a sight that could give one nightmares. Even her baby, who got a taste of her vomit, began to throw up, a sight that horrified everyone present. The situation took a turn for the worse when a breastfeeding baby tasted the cake, causing a month-long vomiting due to the mother's milk. Climax of this vomit drama was Horse McGorse, Miss Belle Pum's adversary, fleeing the house while throwing up non-stop, adding a touch of dark comedy to the otherwise terror-stricken scene. With such a sequence of chaotic events, it's hardly surprising that Miss Belle Pum found herself chasing Horse McGorse down the road. Let's retrace the chaos that ensued following the display of Miss Belle Pum's cabbage cake. Imagine the pandemonium, our unwitting protagonist Miss Belle Pum and her infamous green cabbage cake, instigating a spectacle of comic revulsion, a scene that would leave the strongest stomach weak. A man in an inescapable fate, experiencing diarrhea into a woman's mouth, which in turn caused her to vomit into his posterior. As shocking as it sounds, this cycle of grotesque exchange continued unabated for 20 minutes, until, to our utmost disbelief, she succumbed. Now, take a moment to picture this. A lady, in her own peculiar misfortune, vomited into her own vagina. And the image gets even more bizarre, with a boy in all his innocence vomiting up his own penis. The utter absurdity and repulsion is enough to make anyone queasy. But the chaos doesn't end there. An old lady, in a surprising act of rebellion, released flatulence onto a cookbook as the ever-righteous Horse McGorse, our model citizen, fled the scene in a frenzy. All this, while our beloved Henrietta Maglesfield, the pink hen with a strange liking for rotten eggs, managed to off one unfortunate man with her vomit. The grand climax featured unleashed dogs, frantic pleas for a toilet and a waterfall of regurgitation descending the stairs. So the next time you believe you're caught in a bizarre situation, cast your thoughts back to Miss Belle Pum and her unforgettably tumultuous vomit-ridden saga.